So, welcome to the third lesson. The third lesson, we are going to learn how to answer the questions on the model turn board. It is very simple. It is a very easier thing for anyone who is able to identify the lanes, who knows how to count lanes to do here any question. I'm going to show you one of the questions, and with the questions we are going to learn more. In this case, I have a blue car here, and I have the black car in the fourth lane of the major road. The question is, you've been asked to drive the blue vehicle behind. Sorry, it is the blue vehicle ahead of the black vehicle. If first we picked about we take the picture, we have 2 minutes to answer the question on the model turn board. Most of the students make a mistake. Supposing someone has just given them a question, they start right on time to the question, and yet they have not yet fully established the route. That one is not correct. Even if it doesn't matter how simple the question is, you have to take enough time for you to answer the question. For this case, the blue car is supposed to go ahead of the black car. If we picture out, we have to play with the lanes. First lane, we know where it can take us. The second lane, we know where it can take us. The third lane, still the fourth lane. The car is being parked on the exit from the main road. If the car is being parked here, it means that now we are looking for a lane that can link us here, so that we can come that long and shift for us to be ahead of the black car. So we are looking for the lane. We look for the lane here. We have to ask ourselves questions first. Is there any lane here that can link us to the third lane for us to be ahead of the black car? Is there any? Sure, there is not any lane. Since if at all we think with the third lane, yes, the third lane, we are using the third lane of the roundabout, but it's only straight and 90 degrees. To mean it cannot take us here. If we think with the fourth lane, it is the fourth lane we are using. We must use the innermost lane of the roundabout, and we said whenever we are using the innermost lane of the roundabout, we have to join the innermost lane. Again, the fourth lane is not going to help us. In any case, we found out that the major road, we don't have any lane in the major road that can link us to the other major road. We also have to come that long and think with the minor road of this side. Since in most of the cases, doesn't matter how the car is being placed, our car that we have been asked to drive, doesn't matter where it is, but in most cases we are always in a position to be an access of the major road and the minor road, unless it has been blocked. So for this case, we've already identified, if we identify the lanes here, first lane, second lane, third lane, is the third lane that we can only use the third lane. Since our main target is to join the third lane of the major road, to go that long and shift. So the third lane has got 5 options. We think with the first 2 options. The first option for going straight using the third lane to come here. For this case, it will not help us since we are targeting the other side of the road. The second option from here, we are using the third lane of the roundabout to come that long, and we can now shift to be there ahead of the black car. For this case, we all know that now the only lane that can help us in this case is using the third lane of the roundabout to come that long to join the third lane of the major road, and again we shift. But remember, also we have the first lane being blocked. It means we can't join here immediately. Joining immediately from here, these are just a guarantee. We can't. If you are coming, there's something also we have to know. If you are turning right, we turn from extreme right. If you are turning left, we turn from extreme left. What I mean in simple language, you want to turn to the first lane, you want to turn right. Make sure you are using the first lane from the right. You are using the first lane from the right. If you are turning left, you turn from the first lane from the left. So supposing you are here, we're intending. Let me just get rid of this one for a second so that I can show you what I'm trying to explain. If you are coming from this side, the only lane that we are supposed to join here, it is the first lane. It is very wrong for someone to come and use the second lane or the third lane. Remember, if you are turning left, we turn from extreme left, from the first lane from the left. If you are turning right, we turn from the extreme right, the first lane from the right hand side. So for this case, we find that this has been blocked, we can't turn from here. Again, if I can place this car here and I'm in this lane, now here, it's not just because it's not a matter of we can just use any lane to go anyhow. No, it matters with where we want to turn to. For this case, if we want to turn right, for example, from here we want to turn right, we can't do it from here. We can't do that one. We make sure from here we must shift up to there is when we can comfortably turn right. If you are turning left, for example, even if we are here, we can't come and turn left from this point. We must shift. It is a guarantee for us to shift is when we are allowed to proceed to the other end. Back to our question. So our main target is to come to the third lane. I'm going to drive this car. This one is a stop sign. We have to stop for pedestrians. And remember, it is an advantage. It is an added advantage in any case when you are driving your car. You have to explain. This one is a giveaway sign. You have to give and check if the road is clear. If there is no, it is clear. We can now proceed. This case we are using. Our main target is to look for a lane that can take us to the third lane, so that we can go directly to the third lane of the major road. This one is a giveaway sign. We give and give way for vehicles coming from the other side. This one, it is a stop sign. You have also to stop. This is also a stop sign, stop for pedestrians. Now we are turning right. We turn from the first lane from the right. Then we go to the third lane of the roundabout to join the third lane of the major road and shift. I think we have learned something. So this one, it is in this case, we said earlier that we are only allowed to use parking if it is the last option. Or if we can picture this question, we didn't have any other route apart from parking. No wonder we just use parking. And from this question, we have two things to learn about. First, I have talked about turning left and turning right. We do them from the extreme ends. Turning left, you turn from extreme left. Turning right, you turn from extreme right. There is another thing. All of these ones, we say this one is a two-way traffic road. This one, it is also a two-way traffic road. Two-way traffic roads, the only thing we can do with a two-way traffic road is either going straight, 1, 2, turning right, and 3, turning left. On a two-way traffic road, we don't have anything like making a U-turn, any other turn apart from right turn and left turn. Someone who is doing, if you be found doing with this something like this one, U-turn. This one is a U-turn, right? As all you can see, it is a U-turn. I'm saying that is not allowed. We only make, if it is right turn, fine. If it is left turn, fine. But U-turns, it is not allowed. No making of U-turns. Doesn't matter where you are, but we are not allowed to make a U-turn on a two-way traffic road. For example, if you are on this space, this side, let me use an example of this side, then your main aim is to come here. You have to coil around, just looking for the longest road. Yes, longest road is still acceptable. And we said longest road means we don't have the shorter road. Making right turns. From this end, we just make right turns. This one, we make right turn and proceed. This one, we also make right turn. After this end, we come all those ones. All of those ones we are not allowed. We are allowed to do right turn and left turn. We have got only 2 places that we can comfortably make U-turns. Number 1, it is this one. exit from main road. Exit from main road. These ones. Exit from main roads, you can comfortably make U-turns from those ends. This is a U-turn, right? Yeah, yes, it is. U-turn. U-turn. We can make U-turns from these ends. Comfortably, we can make U-turns and make U-turns if the other side of the road is clear or when we've already given way. The second place we can comfortably make a U-turn is the last lane on the roundabout. Remember, we said the roundabout down from the outermost part. This one being the first lane, second lane, third lane, and this one being the fourth lane. The only place that we can comfortably make U-turn, it is using the innermost lane. Whenever we are in the innermost lane, we can make U-turn. This one is what we call a U-turn, a turn of 180 degrees. Any place, doesn't matter where you are coming from, as long as you are coming from the last lane. Last lane, yeah. What I mean, the last lane is the innermost lane. From here, you can comfortably make a U-turn to join the other side of the road. If you are here, you can comfortably make a U-turn. So, in any case, it doesn't matter how difficult the question is, doesn't matter how impossible you can't see the route. But make sure, in any case you find yourself making a U-turn, we make a U-turn with the innermost lane. Lane 4 of the roundabout and lane 3 of the lane 4 of the roundabout, and the exits from the main road. We have some things we have to follow. One, this one's what we call yellow cabs. When you are driving your car, where we have a stop sign, you have to stop. Remember, I told you on that. If you are coming that long where I have a give way sign, make sure you also explain what you are doing. It is just an added advantage. In any case, if you are doing here question and find yourself explaining, even if you are going to make a small mistake, an examiner can listen and he or she can be in a position to give you a second chance. But if you are going to do it anyhow without talking, that one, if the time will get it wrong, that one will be the end of the story. Remember, on Model Town Board, it is only one question with one attempt and with one chance. One question, one attempt with one chance, and you have got 2 minutes to answer the question. Supposing it's me, I can say I'm using the first minute to establish the route. You can establish the route plotting. If we go back to our question, plotting, we can establish the route plotting, like trying to figure out the route that can help us. It is still advisable and it's still acceptable. You can plot all that long, looking for the route before you start touching the car. Immediately you touch the car, it means you've seen the route and you are in position to do the question without any hesitation or without just stopping and howling. As I finish, we have some places we are not allowed to park. We have some places we are not allowed to stop. Place number 1, it is on a pedestrian crossing. We are not allowed to park here. So, supposing you will fail to establish the route first before starting doing the question, you might somehow find it being difficult, since you will start doing mistakes like, as you can see, you've stopped, yeah? You've parked on the roundabout. You don't know whether you've stopped or parked on a pedestrian crossing. You've stopped on a pedestrian crossing, which is wrong. You will come that long still. You are only doing this because you started moving the car and at the time without seeing the route, without having the route, the right route with you. You come that way, you see? You are stopping on a place whereby it is an exit used by the other cars. You come the other side, you'll be like, you are still thinking, you are parking in the middle of the road. That one is wrong. You come on the roundabout, then you still be like, you are still looking at the road. Please, let us take note. Always establish the route first before start driving your car. The time you find that you are not seeing the route, don't start driving your car. If you are okay with the route, you can start driving your car.